I remember maybe it was the first time Bert ever came in, and he was telling a story about when he had a show on Discovery, and he'd almost died a handful of times,
Bert
broke his
Conquer
back,
or Trip Flip, both of them.
Yeah,
right.
And he was basically how he got started, or not how he got started, but how his podcast got, where he was in the green room at the Comedy Store or one of the LA spots, and Rogan was in there and Bill Burr were in there, and they like basically had an intervention where they were like, you have to stop doing this. I think he said, what's your nut? What do you need to make? We will help you get to whatever it is. If his friends were recognizing that, where was your head at during that time?
I was 2 or 3 years ahead of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. After the first contract expired with Travel Channel, I said, don't renew that.
Wow.
Don't do that. You need to be focusing on stand-up. Don't do that.
Really?
And he did it. And I was like, motherfucker.
Really?
Because I knew it was a limited part of his authenticity, right? It was a lane, but it was a tiny lane of what he was capable of as an artist.
Yes.
And I didn't like that because I wanted him get in it, but then get out of it before you get stuck in it. Before you get stuck in it for money, for a contract, for I'm just comfortable here, or fill in the blank.
Right.
And I kept going, you need to get out. And he wasn't listening to me, and I was really frustrated because not only was that I was thinking about him as an artist, but the trauma, big word, but it's real in my house. It was really traumatic for him to do that show.
Yeah.
And that trauma was bleeding into our house.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't like that. And he couldn't really hear me because he kept saying, I need to provide for my family.
Well, I was going to say, as
This
a
is
guy, that
paycheck.
probably goes against
I get
everything
it.
you're feeling.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why he kept renewing and
Yeah.
renewing. He renewed 2 or 3 more times. It was
Holy
a total of
shit.
6 years.
Wow.
And 2 years was the first contract, and I was like,
Don't do it.
bounce and start going back to your stand-up. Wow. So 4 more years he did this, and he ended up with PTSD from it.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure.
it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
But, this often happens in our relationship, which frustrates me, is that I will say something over and over and over again, and then Tom
Someone else
Segura
plays
will
it.
say it, and
Yeah.
I go fuck yourself, man.
But I was
I've been
just about
saying
to
this
say-
forever.
I was just about to say, because I'm sure that was frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
But I think sometimes, especially in a relationship, like, it's not right, but it's almost the same way as, like, you don't listen to your parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
get it.
It's
And
like,
it
you don't
still
think your
feels
parents
like
are
shit.
cool.
Yeah.
No, it sucks. It definitely sucks.
It feels like shit because I go, I'm the person
knew
that
this.
loves you the most.
Yeah.
I'm the person that has the least dog in this fight.
Yeah.
Come on, I just want you to be healthy and happy. And
I could see
Did
him,
you
though,
think you
maybe
had a-
being like, when other stand-up comedians, like, if your wife tells you, you're funny enough, you're good enough, it's like, you love me. You probably
Of course.
think that.
It's his peer
When
group.
Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, and Bill Burr say, go do it, it's like, oh, shit, okay, wait a minute. Like, you guys don't have to say that to me. My wife has to say that to me.
Very
So-
good point.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.